Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross.
Hi, hello, hey, hi.
I'm going to talk to you about success.
Yes.
Hi everyone, it's Nicola here and I'm coming to you again from the inside of my living room because it is too hot outside. The cicadas are too noisy and it's too sweaty generally. So just while this is going on, this sort of heat wave through August, I'm probably going to broadcast to you from indoors because it's fairly cool in here. We've got the fans going, as you can see. It's been a wonderful week. It's been lovely. I've been managing to get down the beach most afternoons. I try and finish by 2 o'clock everything I need to do, and actually it's been quite busy recently because I've had a few new clients come on board. A radio presenter who is also someone who knows how to run a radio station, and a DJ about whom I can say no more, but it's a very exciting project indeed and we get some great results for them. So yeah, trying to just get everything done by 2 o'clock so I can get down the beach and have a swim. The other thing I've been working on is the Laptop Lifestyle Mega Summit. I ran a test run for that this last weekend and it went very well, so I'm going to be setting up again for the 18 entrepreneurs who travel the world and live a laptop lifestyle to tell you how they do it and what the pitfalls are and what the good bits are. So that'll be coming towards the end of August, so watch out for that. And if you're not on my mailing list yet, then come and join at nicolacairncross.com. Just opt in for anything and you'll be on the list and you'll get a chance to attend the next Laptop Lifestyle Mega Summit free of charge. Oh yes, I went to a very lively 80th birthday party at the weekend. It was lovely. I was invited to a local taverna over in the next village. It was called Vesuvius Taverna, and it was a birthday party for one of the ladies in my Right Club's husband, and they're very lively characters, I can tell you, around here, and it's about 40 people there. It was really very good indeed, and it went on from 1:30 till about 6 o'clock, when we were all sort of scrambling around trying to get lifts home because the thought of walking for 45 minutes in this heat wasn't so great. But we did manage to get a taxi, and it was really interesting because I had heard rumours there was only one taxi in the area, but as we were driving to Agios Nikolaos, the next village, I actually saw 2 or 3 on the road, so I just had to hunt around on the internet and found some more taxis. And when ours turned up, it was not only a very handsome young man, it was a beautiful cream Mercedes. So we travelled home in style for the princely sum of €7. And as I say, the party was absolutely brilliant fun. It was completely overlooking the most glorious view. I mean, I just, words cannot tell you how good the view is from the Vesuvius restaurant. And apparently they do once a month events on the full moon. And tonight is the big full moon, so they do an event with fireworks and synchronised music and all sorts of things. But as it's largely Pink Floyd orientated, I think I'll be giving it a miss. Not my cup of tea. But last night there was something really exciting in the village. The gentleman who owns the supermarket, Katerina Supermarket, is one of a chain of about 4. He had a massive party on the seafront with DJs and hip hop dancers and free food and free booze and everything. And it was his name day apparently, because in Greece you have a birthday and a name day. You get named after a saint and then your saint has a name day, and you get to celebrate twice, which is really rather cool. So that was like an open air street party. Thank you very much, Mr. Katerina's Supermarket. So today I wanted to talk to you about speed and how important it is to get off the ground fast, because the thing that prompted me to think about this was I got an email from a lady who said, I just wanted to let you know, Nicola, I'm still reading all your stuff and I'm still really enjoying your content, but I'm just trying to get my business off the ground, and it's taking a while because I've got to get my website up, and that's, then I've got to get some content on it. And I thought, she obviously hasn't seen last week's Vzine, because if she had, she would know that perhaps she doesn't need to wait to launch her business until she's got a website. So I did direct her to last week's Vzine, and if you haven't seen it as yet, it's number 28. So go and check out Vzine number 28, where I'm talking about perhaps how websites are ever so slightly over the next few years going to become completely obsolete. So it's a real shame that she's not moving faster with her business and just perhaps using a Facebook page instead, or a YouTube channel or something. Now, I know in the past I've said that you've got to have somewhere else to store your content, but I've never said it had to be on your website. It's a great place to publicise your content, but you have to store your content in the cloud somewhere safely, as well as on your own hard drive. But I'm definitely coming to realise that websites now, especially websites where it's holding you back. I mean, why would you let your business be held back from launching just because you haven't got a website yet? Start with a Facebook page and start sharing, content on the Facebook page, and it enables people to share your page with their friends for a start. And I just thought how sad it was. I mean, back in the old Money Gym days, we had one client who took a whole year to get her website up because she insisted on doing it herself. Nowadays, there are so many nice themes for a WordPress website. You can just go and pick a free theme, put it on, and get some content up there in the search engines rolling. And I've just been thinking a lot about paid ads and social media traffic and opt-ins and things like that, and Judith and I have been talking about it on the podcast a lot recently, and I just want everyone to get a sense that they must take action soon. I mean, at the beginning of last week I found out about how to put a virtual summit on. Someone who I respect enormously, who did my app for me, was doing it, and I thought, that's a great idea, let's action that. So I set aside a couple of days. It didn't take all day. I set aside 2 days, and it took sort of a morning and an evening on each day. But by the end of the week, I had a virtual summit up with 18 speakers, and that was from recordings that we did before. So I'm repurposing content into something, that's pretty exciting, and it'll bring me leads. It'll bring me leads from social. It'll bring me leads from my website, I'm sure. And it's just really, really important about taking action when you have an idea. Because if I'd have let myself think about this virtual summit for any length of time, I would have talked myself out of it, because it was quite a little bit of structured work. I had to do the same 5 different processes on each of 18 videos, and I'm not really good with that sort of thing. I had to make a list and then tick it off every time I did the thing I was trying to do, because my brain just is a bit more jumpy abouty and chaotic than that. But I forced myself through it because I knew what a fantastic lead generation tool it would be if I could just action it. And I also knew that if I didn't do it, then other people would start doing it, and within, say, 3 to 6 months, everyone would be sick to death of virtual summits again. So I wanted to action it. I wanted to take the most of it. I wanted to seize the day and seize the opportunity as quickly as I could. And I really want that for you too. I really want you to start taking action on your ideas. Nobody knows if an idea is going to work. Nobody knows if an idea is a good idea. I've run several ideas past my mentor this morning. What he comes back with, I don't know, and it'll only be his opinion, some of which I will take and some of which I won't. But all day long, people ask me questions in the newly renamed Clicks and Leads Academy, and I tell them, I'm very happy to give you my opinion. This is what I think, but I think you should test, because who knows if an idea is a good idea? You don't know, I don't know. The only people who'll tell you are the people who will either opt in or buy. So the market tells you. You can only get it to the market if you take action quickly, and the longer you take to get your idea to market, the slower it's going to be, the less likely it is to get any momentum, and the more likely your competitors are to do it first. Okay, so on the ownitthepodcast.com this week, we were just debating paying for traffic versus working for it, by which I mean blogging and creating social media content. Judith's a great fan of blogging and she's very active on social media and she gets all her clients like that, whereas I'm a great fan of both actually. I like to go in with a quick hit of paid traffic to test an idea and then work on the SEO to make sure that you get the traffic long term and don't have to keep paying for it. So I'm not saying one's better than the other, I say both are good, but a lot of people take too long, and the theme is speed this week, remember? A lot of people take too long to get enough traffic to their offer pages to tell whether they're going to convert or not, and that's where paid traffic can really speed your momentum of your business along. So go and check it out. It's ownit142, so ownitthepodcast.com/142, we'll find that episode. And last week's Vzine was all about the lady who came to visit my website and started calling me names online because I didn't have the same religious beliefs as she did, so you can check that out. It's called She Called Me a Satanist, and it's at nicolacairncross.com/blog. So go and check those out. What else is happening? We talked about business apps in episode 141 of the Own It the podcast. So that we went into quite a lot of detail about business apps. So if you are interested in that and it's getting a lot of interest, that post, then do come along and have a listen, and you can find out whether an app might work for your business. I hope that's helpful. And I'm now going to go and lie down in a cool dark room with a glass of cold water because it is still very hot here. See you later.